Hi, this is Melissa Miller with Miller's Rustic Sawmill, and I am on Essential Stencils. They're hosting a live tonight directly from our shop, so I'm on their page, and I'm gonna come on and I'm gonna paint a project. So I'm gonna give it just a few minutes and see who hops on. If you're gonna hop on, tell me where you're watching from. I haven't done a live for a while, and this is a very first for me on Essential Stencils page. So usually we do them on Miller's Rustic Sawmill. So if you've seen me on there, definitely say hi and let me know if you've seen me before, if you've watched my live videos before. Essential Stencil, I have done several lives from my shop here in King City using their stencils, and they always share, and they asked if I would come on their page and do a live video, and I was so excited, so I said of course I would love to. So this is a first for me. So if you're watching me for the first time, let me know where you're watching from. Say hi. My name's Melissa, and we own a small family sawmill business here in King City, Missouri called Miller's Rustic Sawmill. And I know I'm probably gonna see some names on here that I have seen before on my lives, on my page. So just let me catch up with you, because like I said, I haven't been on for a while, but I'm super excited to be on here tonight. I love the Essential Stencils. It's one of the reasons that I've been able to have some painting parties and do some different things here in our shop. So I see Mimi. Hi, Mimi. Yes, thank you for sharing. If you'll share this, throw out some likes, some hearts. If you've ever watched me before, I'm gonna try tonight to not say all the time. I say that a lot, but so I'm gonna just apologize straight up ahead of time. I just told my husband, I said, tonight I'm really gonna try not to say a million times, but that probably won't happen. So anyway, my husband's here in the shop with me. We are a husband and wife team, and we run, like I said, a small business here in King City, Missouri, where we do lumber. We cut slabs and wood of all kinds. So I was trying to find a way to use some of the wood that we have in our business and be able to have some, hi guys, hi Diane, have some parties, painting parties and different ladies nights and things like that using our wood. So I kind of started looking for someone that had, hi Randy, thanks for watching. Somebody that had a vertical stencil. I don't have a Cricut. I don't have a vinyl machine. I have some people around us that do. So sometimes for custom signs and things like that, I do use some of the people in our local area. I have a lady who makes some amazing vinyl custom stencils for me every once in a while, and I appreciate that so much. But I was really looking for something that I could have in my shop that was reusable. So whenever I stumbled across Essential Stencils, I've used them ever since. They are affordable, their stencils are amazing, and I was able to create another income using their stencils within our business. So being able to have a product that I can have in our shop and I can reuse and reuse is just fantastic for me as a business owner. So, and a crafter. I'm not a professional anything. I'm not a professional painter, crafter, or anything. It's just their stencils make it pretty easy. So tonight I'm going to use one of their stencils, maybe a couple of their stencils. My lives usually go for a very long time, so I'm going to do my best tonight to make sure that I keep it about an hour. Also, because we're going to be giving away three people are going to win some stencils tonight. So you're going to want to stay on. You're going to want to hang out for a while, because we're going to randomly pick 3 winners at the end of the video. So my husband's going to help me watch the time. And first time viewer, thank you. And I actually saw somebody on here from Missouri. So the project tonight, I mix it up, you guys. Hi Missy. I like to use their stencils, and I had a really hard time taking and mixing one stencil, using another one. But then once I kind of started getting creative with them, if you've got a good stash of their stencils, there's a lot of different things that you can do and you can pull off. So I was pulling out some stencils yesterday and the day before. Hi you guys, thanks for watching. I see you guys from all over. Thank you for watching. My name's Melissa. If it's your first time watching me, welcome. It's nice to meet you. Good to see you. It's good to be here on the Essential Stencil page. I am super excited that they asked me to come on their page. Hi Suzanne, I have missed you too. I haven't been live for a while, so thank you guys for watching for sure. I appreciate all the likes and hearts. That's awesome. Most of you, I'm guessing, are first time with me. I'm reading some of the comments. I tend to ramble and not read a lot of the comments. I'm trying. My husband's just laughing. So nice to meet you, Deborah. Thank you guys for watching. I see I've got quite a few people on here, and you guys, some of you have already pre-ordered some of the fall stencils. Well, tonight, hi Trisha, good to see you. I get to give away 3 stencils to 3 winners. So that's a first for me too. So I'm super excited about that. And they can be the pre-order fall stencils. So that's exciting. There's Essential Stencils not going to choose what one the winner gets. You get to pick. So hi Mimi, thank you for watching. Yeah, the people at Essential Stencil, their husband and wife team too. So they're a family-owned business, and they are here in Arizona. Well, they're in Arizona. I'm in Missouri, but they're here in the United States. And I think that it's awesome to support the businesses here. Somebody said that their daughter's name is Melissa Miller. That's cool. Their daughter-in-law's name is Melissa Miller. Hi, Vicki. I recognize your name, you guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully maybe you'll learn something new, something different. I know several of the girls on here that do videos do different things, different styles. So thank you guys for tuning in to watch me. I'm just a DIYer, and I don't always do things the right way. I mess things up, but it's just paint. So I kind of have the attitude that, if I mess it up, I can fix it one way or another, or it's going to be just fine. So I was getting ready to tell you what they asked me what I was trying to come up with the projects, and I had, honest to God, like 2 or 3, probably 1, 2, 3, 4 of them laid out. And today I completely went a different direction. So I had told Essential Stencil, the people, Ramon and them, that I thought that what I thought I might be doing, and I completely switched gears. So what I'm doing tonight, I don't know if any of you have the Home Sweet Home stencil, but I am using the Home Sweet Home stencil, and I'm going to use it on one of our boards that we have from our mill, and it's just what I would call a porch board. The one I'm using tonight is over 5 foot. Typically I use 5 foot boards that are about 10.5 to 11 inches wide for my porch board signs, or the vertical signs. And tonight I was going through them, and the last 2 days I've been wearing my Kansas City Chiefs shirts. So we are Chiefs fans in our family. My husband is the Chiefs fan. My son is the Chiefs fan, to be honest, but we are Chiefs fans. And the Chiefs training camp is happening maybe 30 minutes away from our hometown, which the Chiefs train. They do their training camp in St. Joseph, Missouri. So we have some super fans of Patrick Mahomes, who is the quarterback for our Kansas City Chiefs. And he was the league MVP. My husband was giving me all of these stats about him today. And I said, I'll just let you come on maybe, and you can tell them about Patrick Mahomes. But I don't know if any of you guys are football fans. If you're football fans for your home state, your home teams, or whoever your football team is, you know, football's getting ready to start. And I hope if you guys are football fans, give me some thumbs up, because tonight I'm using my home sweet home stencil to do a home sweet Mahomes. So we're doing a shout out to Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs, on this board. So I was thinking about it. I see some Giants fans. Do I have any Kansas City Chiefs fans out there? Even if you're not from Missouri, you can be a Chiefs fan. If you are a Chiefs fan, give me some hearts. They're red like the Chiefs. So we're waiting to see.
And Raider fans can't get a stencil.
And my husband said, if you're a Raider fan, you won't be winning a stencil tonight. Which is totally not true. But he's not a Raiders fan, but that's okay. Patrick is from a town 20 miles from me. Rhonda, that's cool. Our son shares the same birthday with Patrick Mahomes, and he wants to meet him so bad. And he's like, we have to go to Texas. We got to go to his hometown. I'm seeing people from Alabama. I'm seeing lots of red hearts, so that's awesome. I have two sisters that live in Kansas City, and they love the Chiefs. Yeah, if you're from anywhere around here, you know, in Missouri, hopefully you love the Chiefs for sure. But you know, Patrick Mahomes, he's hard not to love. He's pretty darn just naturally athletic. So he's very humble about everything that he does as well. So, Jan's daughter is a Raider trader. Jan. Yeah, there's someone else I think that said that I won't say we are Raiders fans, but we do live in Southern California. So what do you think? Oh, yeah. Well, I had to tell you, faithful 49ers, there you go. That's okay. Yeah. Now we're talking football. I'm sorry, Essential Stencil. Well, I know that with the vertical signs, there are so many possibilities. If you've got the letter stencils, you guys, you can do your favorite team with their stencils. If you've got their, hi Donna, your husband said it best. Patrick is very humble. Yes, he is. You guys, if you've got these, and I know my letters and everything is kind of backwards, but if you've got these, you can totally do your football team on a sign. So absolutely, if you don't have these letter stencils, you're gonna want them. There's so many different things you can do with them. So tonight I'm using the Home Sweet Home, and I added an M and an A and an S so that it's gonna spell out Home Sweet Mahomes. And we're gonna do it in red and yellow. How tall are these letters? These are the 5-inch letters, Cheryl. The stencil that I actually have is the vertical sign stencil on the Essential Stencil page, and it is the Home Sweet Home vertical stencil that's on their site. And then I am mixing in the M and the A and the S. So the board that I have is over 5 foot. This one's a little bit taller. And someone said you didn't think of doing your football teams with the letters. Yeah, I know. And I'm always trying to think of other ways to use all of these stencils, because you can just get creative with them. So tonight, that's what we came up with. I came home today and I was like, you know, I think with Chiefs camp going on, Chiefs training camp is in the area. St. Joe was flooded with Chiefs stuff today, and I thought, here we go. We can do that. So I'm glad you're doing this. I have the 5-inch letters, and that sounds like a perfect present for my dad. Yeah, you guys, and 49ers, if you've got the number stencils, you can use those that number pack. Can you hand me that number pack? If you've got the number pack, you can pull the numbers off of there, and you could do the 49, and you could hand letter, or you could pull the E and the R off of some of these letters. So if you've got this letter pack like this, this number pack. I keep saying letter pack. This, you can use these numbers for your teams too. You could do your favorite team player's number. It's kind of endless. So, Homes is sponsored by McGovick Nissan here in Lubbock, Texas. Had to make a sign for him with Chiefs and Mahomes on it. How awesome. That's cool. Yeah, I told my son, I texted him and told him what I was doing, and he just said, oh my gosh. I said, you're going to have to send it to Patrick Mahomes, or you're going to have to tag him, and maybe he'll come sign it for us. How cool would that be? I wish. But anyway, I'll get started. Yes, I have my Chiefs football shirt on underneath here. So new here, how do you order? Marcella, I will tell you that I have a link in this video up at the top, and you can click on that link. After we get done here, you can go back and you can click on the link in the video, and I'll post it again on here at some point. But you can click that link and it'll save you 10%. So it'll take you to the Essential Stencils website, and you can go through and pick. But if you're just hopping on, I do want you guys to know, if you stick it out with me, I am going to give away three lucky people are going to be winners of some stencils. So you're going to get to pick your choice, and you'll get to pick which stencil you want. So I'm giving away 3 stencils to 3 different people this evening at the end of the video. So hang tight with me. And if you're going to order, or you want to place an order, definitely you'll want to use my link so that you can save some money on them, because they're a good price anyway. And goodness, I don't know exactly how much the ones I'm using tonight are. I should. Maybe Essential Stencil, can you post that for me if you're watching the Home Sweet Home that I'm using, and the letter stencils possibly. So now you're saying, I can't wait to make a Packer sign. Yeah, Jesse, stick it out. I am excited to give some away tonight, so I've not ever gotten to do that before. If you're new here, I'm going to tell you what I'm using tonight. So Essential Stencil they also have these amazing brushes on their site, and I have used many different brushes. I got some of these off of their site, and they are worth every penny. So they are awesome. If you like using the brushes, you're gonna want to try out their brushes as well. They rock. They are really nice, and would love to win some stencils. I know, you guys. Like I said, I'm a thrifty shopper. I like cheap. I like dollar store. I like Dollar Tree. I like anything that's $1. So I've definitely used the range of brushes from cheap to expensive, even from Hobby Lobby. So I got these brushes, and I can't say enough good things about them. They're very nice. They're very comfortable to use, and they wash great. I love them. That being said, I'm not using them tonight. I know several of you have probably seen people use the makeup wedges and different things. How do we enter to win the stencils? Deborah, just hang tight, watch my video, and we are going to randomly pick at the end of this video some people who are engaging, commenting, and things like that. Will probably recognize names maybe. My husband's gonna help me pick. I'm gonna make him be the bad guy, so he's gonna get to pick the winners. Or the good guy, depending on.
It could be a Raider fan too.
And he said it could be a Raider fan.
I'd like to see him win something.
So, I don't know if you guys heard that. He said it could be a Raider fan. He'd like to see them win something. So, anyway. He's ornery like that. Yes, Pat, the brushes, they are nice. So if you've not stenciled before and you're new, I'm going to be show you tonight. I've got this, I'm frozen. Am I still frozen? My video stopped.
Yep.
I don't know. Hopefully, can you guys see me now? Are you good? I'm freezing up. Keep commenting. Well, maybe you guys are just commenting too much and it just shut us down. Maybe there were too many likes and everything. I don't know, but thank you so much. If you're going to order anything, you guys, make sure you use my link because it'll save you 10%. So thank you for watching. If you've never stenciled, let me know. Comment if you've not ever stenciled before. I'm going to be using this sponge roller. Well, it's like a foam roller more, so I got it from Hobby Lobby. So I am going to, you guys, I don't know why I froze unless it had a lot to do with the likes and stuff. I don't know, Facebook is weird. But I'm just using craft paint. So I'm going to use this red. And you can see I got this from Hobby Lobby. It was $4.99. I probably used my 50% off coupon. So if something's not on sale at Hobby Lobby, definitely go online, hobbylobby.com, and you can get a 40% off coupon for things that aren't on sale. So I'm gonna start with this. And the trick to stenciling, just so you've never stenciled, I am just using paper plate. I know some people use wax paper, some people use paper, some people use tin foil to dump their stuff out on. Whatever you want to use is absolutely fine. You've never seen anyone use the foam roller. This is something that I really like using on the bigger vertical stencils. So hold on one second, you guys. I just placed an order last night and got those brushes. I get confused with who I'm ordering from. I wasn't offered 10% off. Well, shoot, Shirley. If you want to order stencils, definitely maybe look for my video here on the Essential Stencil page and you can find that link there. So that link is, or you can use my discount code if there's a spot for you to put in a code. You can put in MRS 2019. So that stands for our business, MRS 2019. So Miller's Rustic Sawmill 2019. So there you go. And yes, thank you, Essential Stencil. They just put it in there. So there is the code, you guys, or the link if you want to order. So hang tight with us. I'm caught up in all of your comments. I'm never going to get anything stenciled. I could just sit here and talk. Anyway, how well does the paint that you have work? So that's a good question. This is acrylic, and I'm going to tell you something that I did learn recently. I had a gloss, and the gloss took many more coats. I didn't realize I was using a gloss acrylic paint. And I kept wondering, what is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? But I realized that it was a gloss. So I tried to steer clear of the glosses because they seem to take more coats of paint. So the foam roller, you guys, is something that I really like to use on the vertical stencils. It doesn't take near as much time as the brushes. And I tend to find that I get just sometimes a better result with the rollers. So I'm going to show you tonight. The trick is the same. So if you have stenciled with brushes before, or even your makeup sponges, the trick is always not to have a ton of paint on whatever it is you're using. Same with the roller. So something that I can tell you is that sometimes thicker paints do tend to work a little bit better as far as my experience. So sometimes you can get like I have some textured paints that work really, really well. So please show us the project time to see here. Okay, I am gonna get started because if I don't, I'm never gonna get it done. And I totally thought maybe I could do 2 or 3 projects tonight. That's probably not gonna happen. So, okay, so can you guys see this all okay? I have my red paint here, and I'm gonna tip this down just a little. Maybe you can see a little bit better. So you can see I'm rolling this out here, and I'm just like you would for a wall. You don't want to have this dripping with paint. And I've just got it covered and kind of coated on here so that there's not a ton of paint. So I'm going to do my home and my homes all in red. So I am going to just start rolling here. And I want to show you something. This is something that I think is important. Whenever you're using a roller, you want to make sure that you have taped down any places, because I also find sometimes that with the roller, you kind of tend to be a little less careful. So you kind of get to rolling and you're like, I'm taping between my stencils, and I've taped on these little edges out here to the sides of my letters because I don't want to roll it out onto my board. So I am just making sure that I've got tape covering anywhere that's close to the edges of my stencils. So you want to make sure, especially if you're using a roller, that you do that. So you just take your roller, and you don't have to apply a lot of pressure. You just roll it like you would. And you can see right up here, I'm kind of close to the edge. So I could have put a piece of tape there, but I'm going to take it and I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go across my stencil. I have not found any rhyme or reason to going up and down or across, as long as you get it filled in, and you get your little, you can kind of see as you do it, just like your brushes, it just doesn't take much time to cover it. So that is one of the things that I still take my time. I don't just go crazy doing it. I'm trying to just kind of, with anything, especially with the brushes, and the sponges, even the makeup sponges, you guys, the trick is just a little bit of patience. So it's supposed to be, and there you can see I did get a little bit close to the edge there, so I'm just gonna wipe it off, and it's okay. Does it bubble? I don't have enough paint on there for mine to bubble, so I don't see any bubbling. Red is kind of a harder color to work with, and something that you do want to make sure of is that you maybe make sure it's not a glossy paint. So I have found that the glossy paints are kind of harder to work with as well. So hi Dad, thanks for watching. I don't have any bubbling with this. I'll do this down here, and then we'll take this off, and I'll go ahead and show you how this is turning out. So the roller looks like I need to head back to Hobby Lobby. The only time that you really have to worry about bleeding with your brushes, or I think with anything that you're using, you guys, is if you're using too much paint, or if you're going super, super crazy fast. The first few times I stenciled, I kind of did that, and so you're gonna have some bleeding. I also would tell you that the thicker I think your paint is, the less bleeding I think you're also going to have. So I'm not pushing hard on this. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on here at all. I'm just kind of rolling it lightly and going over it. And if I have to do a couple coats, that's okay with me too. So I am using this on a, our lumber is the wood, the board I'm using is from our sawmill business, and it's a spalted sycamore board. And it doesn't have any stain or finish on it. I'm using regular acrylic paint. Yes, I am. And so this is what I'm using right here, you guys. I have ever used the Sherwin-Williams paint. I am a paint clearance shopper. So I am usually in the Hobby Lobby section and the acrylic paint. And I kind of pick up kind of whatever I can. So if it's clearanced, I'm all about it. So sometimes I'm looking for specific colors. I do also really like the Waverly paint. That's at Walmart, and you can find it in some smaller bottles. And it's a good paint to use. There's also, I've used some textured paints, which I can tell you I really didn't know what to expect. So I'll have to do a live sometime where I have a textured paint. And I'll show you, because the textured paint is a little bit thicker paint, and the thicker paints seem to work really well with the vertical stencils. I haven't dipped this back in yet, so you can see that I still got quite a bit of paint on this roller, even though there's not very much on it. So my board will stay natural. I'm not gonna stain it, but I'll probably seal it. As I'm running out of paint on this, I'm putting a little bit more pressure on it. So I try not to really worry about the bleeding too much. The bleeding I find with the stencils sometimes happens if I'm just going in a hurry, or if I'm trying to rush the project and not take my time, or like I said, I get too much paint, which, you know, you guys, it's paint. And I always say, you know, you can always take a little brush if it really bothers you, and you can go around the edge and you can clean it up too. So how I try to keep it from bleeding under the stencil, and I think you guys might find that this roller technique, it's just, it just takes practice, just like the brushes, but it covers
very little paint.
It covers very clean. So it's just a different technique. It's a different way of putting it on. And someone's asking me what textured paint I have. Will you go in the closet? There's some round jars that kind of look like this, that say, I think some of them are textured, and I'll show you which ones I have. So I'm gonna turn this just a little bit. Yes, you can use about any clear sealer. I've used Mod Podge sealer, and I've used Thompson's acrylic. So I'm getting a little bit more paint on my roller, and yeah, this is one of them. So this I got in several colors at Hobby Lobby one time, and it was clearanced out for $2.50. And so it says it's a texture paint, and it's called Coastal. I don't quite even see the brand, but this is one of them that worked really, really well. It was very thick. So yeah, I clean the roller. It washes out. I usually take it and I soak it, and I wash it out really, really good and let it dry. You put a little bit of Dawn dish soap on it, and I just squeeze the paint out of it, and it washes just fine. So there's that. You guys, what am I making? Somebody asked.
Folk art.
Folk art. Okay, my husband says this is. Oh, the brand is Folk Art. So thank you, hun. Keep stopping and starting. I did get the roller from Hobby Lobby, and somebody asked me what I'm making. What I'm making tonight, I am using the Home Sweet Home stencil from Essential Stencil. I am in Missouri, so if it's your first time watching, I live in a small town by St. Joseph, Missouri, called King City. We live in King City, and the Chiefs training camp happens in St. Joseph, Missouri. We are Chiefs fans, so I took my Home Sweet Home sign stencil from Essential Stencil, and I added an M and an A and an S to it, so we're doing Home Sweet Mahomes. That's our sign tonight. So I got a little creative with my letter stencils, and that's what I was kind of telling everybody whenever I first came on. I had several other projects laid out, but I decided to do this one today after being in St. Joe for a while and seeing all this Chief stuff running around. The board that I'm working on tonight is from our sawmill, and we run a sawmill business, so we cut these boards ourselves. We also dry them in a kiln, and Randy, my husband, is here. You're not the only guy, but I'm glad you're watching. Bucky's glad you're watching. So these boards are available to us from our sawmill business, and that was where I started looking for someone that had the vertical stencils that I could use on our boards. So is the Home Sweet Home combined with the letter stencils? Yes, Roxanne, I added an M and an A and an S to mine. So, and yes, my husband is in the background. You guys want my husband to say hi?
Hi.
No, you can come over here and say hi.
I'm okay.
No, don't be rude.
I'm all filthy and nasty. Hi.
This is my husband. So we are a husband and wife team, and we have the sawmill here in King City. So that's where I get my boards, and that's how I found Essential Stencil, because I was trying to find a way that I could maybe hold some classes here in our shop in our small town. So the single letters the same size as the vertical letters. I have so my S, I think, is just a little bit smaller. So if you have the Home Sweet Home sign, I actually have, and I meant to find out, but I have this smaller pack. It's a smaller alphabet letter stencil pack that I have, and that's what I have used for the M and the A. And I have used the letter pack, this big letter pack though, also. And that's what I was also saying, but I think these are just a little bit bigger. So these are the normal, like, welcome size letters. So how long is the 10%? Deb, you can use my link anytime to order. That 10% will be good anytime you want to order through using my link. So you can use that anytime that you want to order, not just tonight. I will be giving away some stencils tonight to 3 lucky winners. So yes, Glenda, the stencils are washable. And hi from Iowa. Hi, Donna. You're close. And you guys, I have just put 1 coat on here, and I don't have a lot of paint left on my plate. But you can see that this is pretty, it's kind of a pretty stress-free way. So is that the 5-inch letters? Yes. So I've got a smaller pack of letters, and then I've got what is this bigger pack of letters. So I think they've got 2 different sizes. So I think they say 5-inch, but I think, I'm not quite sure why. I'm a little bit confused now. But I've got these smaller, the smaller ones on here tonight. But I also use the big ones as well to spell out different things like farmhouse and things like that. So if you're wanting to spell out your team names in letters, look at their letter packs on their site, because you can spell out anything. You can do your last name. You can do all kinds of things. So I'm so glad somebody just said I inspired them to start stenciling. That's fantastic. That makes me feel good. It's not hard, and I try to not have people get stressed about it. Thank you, Essential Stencil. There are the sizes right there, 3.5. I think my packaging said 5, but it's 3.5. So I have the 3.5-inch letters on here tonight with the Home Sweet Home stencil. And I am making Home Sweet Mahomes in honor of the Chiefs quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. So I have already gotten that word done. So I've got what?
20 minutes.
I've got 20 minutes. Great. Oh my goodness.
She loves to talk.
I do. They told me an hour. I was like, how long tonight? Maybe an hour. You guys, if you've watched me on our Facebook page on Miller's Rustic Sawmill, you know sometimes I'm like on there for 2 hours or longer. So you're gonna need more wood. Am I the only Canadian? Glenda, I really don't know.
No, there was another one.
My husband said that there was another Canadian on here. So we do sand the boards. We have a planer. So we have a planer machine that the boards go through after they get cut. And sometimes it's just kind of whatever we have that I can steal from the mill or have the guys cut for me, depending on where we're at in orders.
And then
But
stain the back of them.
yeah, my husband's gonna show you. So that's one of our boards stained. I've done several welcome boards and porch boards here. So when you do the classes, how many sets of stencils? It just depends. I don't have a lot of room in our shop for a lot of people, so usually we're doing two-sided. So sometimes I've gotten a good supply so that I can have several welcome stencils, and then I've got a good mixture of several of the other vertical stencils. So we, you know, I'd say 6 to 8, depending on how many people you can hold or how many you're gonna have in your space. You can even start out by sharing. So, you know, that's kind of what I did at first. I don't always stain our boards. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. A lot of times the prep, I let the people do whenever they come. So it just depends on how long you want to set up your classes. So if you would like, you can go to your local big box stores. You might search around you to see if there are any sawmills around you that might be able to cut you some boards. Sometimes sawmills.
Make sure they're dry.
Yeah, the trick is you want to make sure that they have that they're dried. It's dried lumber. So our boards have all been through the kiln process. They're all dried, which means they're not going to crack or warp or twist. The moisture's all out of them. So yeah, I've done the double-sided porch boards where you know, we've shared stencils. So if someone's stenciling welcome on one side, they could be stenciling their fall side, you know, somebody else, and then they can trade stencils. So you're anxious to see the finished project. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stencil my other home word because I'm not gonna get this done because I wanna answer your questions, you guys, and I wanna try to see the comments, but it's kind of hard to do that and read them at the same time. But I will tell you that if you get the letters from Essential Stencil, and they are fantastic for about anything that you want to spell out. So I have gotten creative with my letter pack. They're very versatile, and just like tonight, you know, I added the M and the A and the S so we can spell out my homes. So boards, you can actually, if you go to your big box stores around you, you can have them cut different things for you if you need to the size before you leave if you don't have the equipment at home. I'm using just a cheap craft roller from Hobby Lobby. Yes, thank you. That's what I was trying to think of. I need an assistant to read. Well, you know, I try to read them all. I've watched some videos and I don't know. You know, I'll try to go back after this video and I'll try to answer some questions in the comments that I can answer too, because a lot of people, if you want to learn more about our business as well, definitely go to our Miller's Rustic Sawmill page. That's our page on Facebook, and you can like our page. I do live videos on our page as well. Tonight I'm just on Essential Stencil going live for the first time ever, and I was super excited. So you are allowed to go over an hour. You know, I probably am gonna go over an hour, to be honest. And it'll just have to do, because I am gonna give away some stencils, and I do like to talk, so I just can't help it. I get excited about people. I figured it would cause, oh, you thought the roller would cause it to bleed. You know, I have had very little bleeding with the roller, other than on some barn board that we used, which it's textured. But also, like I said, I think the glossy paint, if you buy the glossy paint, I think that there's a little bit more bleeding with the glossy paint. It seems to be pretty thin, and you have to do quite a few coats. So I am, yes, you can get your wood from any of the big box stores, you guys. This board that I'm using tonight, my typical porch boards are usually 5 foot, which Essential Stencils, vertical stencils are made for the 5 foot porch boards. And they are, the ones that we use and that we cut here at our mill are about 10.5 to 11 inches wide. It just kind of depends on what we have in our supply at the time. And I got this roller this is more of a foam sponge roller. So I've seen other little rollers that, you know, like you can get at Lowe's. And I will tell you that I got this one at Lowe's, and it's also more of a sponge roller. So I think that as long as it's more like a foam or a sponge type roller, that's what you're gonna want to use, not more like a wall paint roller. So, and some of you are just saying it's your first time joining. Thank you so much. That is awesome. I'm Melissa Miller, and we have a Miller's Rustic Sawmill in King City, Missouri. So thank you for joining. This is my first time on Essential Stencils page. So I am excited to be here, and I have my home and my Mahomes done. I am going to do my sweet in yellow, and I'm gonna actually try out this cool little roller I got from Lowe's. So I'm gonna check it out and see how it works, so we know. Because I found it today, and I thought, well, we'll try it. So how can you win? We are randomly picking 3 winners at the end of this video, and those 3 winners, I will say your name, and I'm gonna need some information from you. So stick around, and I see someone just commented something about a sawmill. My husband's hobby is a portable T90 wood miser. Oh wow, you're in Mississippi. We're in Missouri. I'm in our shop. This used to be an old church in our little town of King City, and we redid it with all of the wood from our sawmill. So Jamie, the other roller I got was from Hobby Lobby. This one I got is from Lowe's. I picked this up at Lowe's today. It was actually, I think, cheaper than the ones at Hobby Lobby, to be honest. So unless you're using a 40% coupon. So keep that in mind. If you're ever at Hobby Lobby, you can download or you can go on to hobbylobby.com, and you can get a 40% coupon for anything that's not on sale. But this roller is from Lowe's. So I'm gonna do my sweet. And yes, yellow is kind of a hard color to use. What I'm using tonight, it's a patio paint. It's an outdoor paint, and it was in the aisle at Hobby Lobby in their wall of acrylic paint. So I don't ever specifically use a certain one. I just kind of pick the colors I like. And this color is called Marigold. So anyway, I'm not using very much paint. I'm just kind of rolling this out so that I've got my roller kind of saturated. There's nothing dripping off of here. Nothing's gonna go running, no bubbles or anything like that. So I'm gonna just do the word sweet, and we're gonna see how it turns out. And I'm gonna put a little bit of pressure on this, because this is actually, you know, the yellow's gonna be really hard to see on here because our board is unfinished. I didn't even think about that. You don't know till you try, huh? So I may have to do a couple coats on here.
Tell them which roller you like better.
Which roller do I like better? I don't know yet. This one's working just fine. I didn't know if there would be a difference. I just know that that yellow, you're right, somebody said, and I really thought this marigold would show up good, but I don't know that it's going to. We're gonna find out when I take it off, because my board being this natural color, I don't know. I may have to end up going over it with something else, but sometimes if you have a problem with a color showing up, a good thing to do is put white under it first, to do it in white, and then that'll give you a good base, and then you can go over it. So, oh yeah, I could trim the yellow and black. Yeah, I thought I might dress it up later at some point with a little bit of white and black for the Chiefs. So since we're making, mine says it keeps stopping. Okay, hopefully you guys can see me.
Yeah.
Okay, my Facebook said it was stopping, so hopefully I'm not freezing up. But I am gonna, while this is drying a little bit, my yellow, I may have to go over it a few times. I'm gonna show you how this comes off. So you can see there's, oh you guys, there's not hardly any bleeding on these letters at all. I'm gonna show you. So I just took off my Mahomes and it looks great. So I'm gonna throw those off. I just used painter's tape to hold my stencils down, but I'm gonna show you how clean that stenciled. Can you guys see that? So my board is really tall, but I've got Mahomes, and it's probably backwards, but it did, the roller does a really, really good job. So I don't have hardly any bleeding around this at all. It looks nice, and it was super easy. So where can I see more of your videos? If you follow our page on Facebook, we are Miller's Rustic Sawmill, and you can see more videos there for sure. I'll do some more lives on our page, and I already have some on there. So if you want to go on our page, you can definitely go like our page, and you can see us there. But I'm going to show you up close. Look, so many times we worry about, we get stressed out whenever we go to sit down and paint. And I know that in holding some of my classes, I have people that worry about that a lot. That they don't want to mess it up. I mean, if you're going to a class and you're paying for something, you want it to look the way that you see everyone else, you know, around you look, or the things you see in stores. And that sometimes it's kind of stressful. So the rollers, I have found, make it much less stressful, I think, for some people whenever they're painting, especially if they're stenciling and they've never stenciled before. But I would also advise you that, you know, or just recommend that if you are going to be stenciling something, you know, get a test piece of your wood, or you know, do it on the back, just like this right here. If I had messed all of this up for some reason, I could paint it red, and I could paint my whole board red, and I could go back over it with white. So just remember that if it's just paint, and you can sometimes get creative with the way that you want to fix it if you do mess something up. I make it look easy. The roller is pretty easy, you guys. Get the roller, pick up a roller. I'll also think that Essential Stencil might be working on a roller product at some point too, so I'm anxious to see that in the future, hopefully. But yeah, the no bleeding, it doesn't take nearly as much time. So yeah, someone asked if you could purchase wood from us. If you're close to us, absolutely. Like our page, Miller's Rustic Sawmill. We don't ship anything out yet. But if you're around the Kansas City area, we're not super far from Kansas City. I try to turn mess ups into happy accidents. That is perfect. Stephanie, the board that I'm working on tonight is it's maybe 5.5, 6 foot. It's a little taller than my normal ones. So our normal porch signs are 5 foot, and we specifically cut those to fit the vertical stencils from Essential Stencil. So what type of roller? Someone said I've been frozen. Robbie, I'm sorry. I used 2 different rollers so far. I have had not one that I like better than the other. This one's from Hobby Lobby. This is what I did the red with. You just want to make sure that you're not using a ton of paint. Like any other stencil technique that you're using, you don't want to have a lot of paint on here, and start out with some light pressure. So my letters aren't backwards. I know that they look like it on your end. I've got an older phone, and I don't know how to flip it so it's not reversed. So it's reversed for you guys. Yeah, the yellow, I'm gonna do one more coat, and then we're gonna take it off. The letters, I line them up by the edges. I line them, you can see here tonight, this is how I lined mine up. I just butted them up next to each other. So they just went, you know, here's a line here. That's my home sweet home. But yes, I always line mine up that way. And I think that they turn out just fine. That's exactly how I did this as well. I stuck the S on here at the bottom and I just kind of eyeballed it. I will put a sealer on it to go outside, if it's gonna go outside. I don't know what's gonna happen with this one. We want Patrick Mahomes to come sign it for us, but I don't know if that's gonna happen either. We might have to take it to Chiefs camp and see if he'll sign it there. So I'm gonna go over my word sweet again because I'm just trying to get it a little bit darker on this natural board because it's not showing up like I thought that it would. So I'm putting a little bit more pressure on this and trying to get a little bit more paint off of my roller in here, and we'll pull it up and see what happens. If I don't like it, I'll probably end up going over it with something else. So it's light, it's not bad. I think it could be darker, so I may end up letting it dry and going over it maybe with a darker yellow or something a little bit more bold. But it's not bad. It might be hard for you guys to see, but so it says, yeah, I think, well, it's an outdoor paint. I don't know. I think it's really hard to see on here. My M looks different than my other M. My M is different, you guys. I could have used my M from here. So the Mahomes that I spelled out, I used the 3.5-inch letters for the M and the A and the S on the end. So I added to my Home Sweet Homes. We added so that it would say Home Sweet Mahomes, and it is. My yellow is really hard to see. So I think I'm gonna let it dry, and I'll probably go over it with a different yellow, maybe that I have.
In person, it isn't.
Yeah, it looks a little bit harder to see on here, but yeah, everyone's saying maybe outline it in black. I could do that. I could take a Sharpie probably to it. That would be good. But anyway, yeah, you guys, I added, that's it. For those of you that are wanting to know what I used the Home. You can't see my H up there, but it does say Home Sweet Home sticker, and I added, I just added the M and the A and the S so that it says Mahomes. And yes, I will seal it with, like, you can use Thompson's water sealer spray acrylic. You can use, you can use the Mod Podge acrylic. And yes, you're right. I think my M is backwards. I see that now. Well, it'll just stand out for Mahomes. That's what I'm gonna go with because, yeah, you're right. It is backwards. And I will tell you a trick that I do know, you guys, is that my M is totally backwards. I just now saw that too. I usually check that too. I'm usually so picky about that, but I sometimes, whenever I'm stenciling, I save this packaging. Thank you. Because I reference this sometimes because I'm laying out my stencils and I'm like, oh yeah, I've got to flip it. So you're right. My M, did you see?
Yeah, I've seen that.
It is backwards. So yeah, it is. You're right. The one is backwards. Dang it. Oh well. That is why, you know, I like, especially, oh yeah, the shadow effect. I've done that before. That would be good. That's a good idea. I save these, and the packaging, I put mine back in here, and I do reference them whenever I'm laying them out, because sometimes I'm like, which way does that M go? Which way does the A is sometimes tricky for me, and which side is supposed to be what. So the packaging that they have is definitely helpful to keep them in. And I know it does stand out. are the rollers in the paint section at Lowe's. This little white roller I did find in by the other rollers, the wall rollers and everything like that. So I kind of had to look for them, and they had the longer ones as well. So yeah, I will have to work on it. This is the one I got at Hobby Lobby. So I really don't have a preference. I've used the one from Hobby Lobby several times, and I did pick up, you can keep this little thing, and you can get a pack of these rollers for $3.99. So if you've got a 40% off coupon, you can also just, use your coupon for them if they're not on sale already. So, oh, I saw someone just flip the M and then color the other side. Yeah, that's good. Home Sweet Mahomes and sweet and yellow. Yeah, it is. It's perfectly imperfect. Well, I was trying. I had thought about even making the M and the A a completely different color just to make them stand out. So, but then we decided to go ahead and make Mahomes all one color. So I could shadow the whole thing. I don't know what I'll do to it, but I like it. I think it's fine. But if you are stenciling, double check your letters, obviously, and make sure that they're going the right way. So there's a flub up, and I'm okay with it. What are you gonna do? It'll be all right. But if you are, if you've been on here the whole time, thank you for watching tonight. Oh my goodness. I am a stencil fan of Essential Stencils, and they have definitely helped our business grow in ways that we couldn't have without their stencils. Their stencils wash fine. I will take these tonight, and I'll probably take it. I like to use a baby wipe. Sometimes people ask how you clean them, and so I'll just show you how easily you can clean them. I use a baby wipe, and this just wipes right off. Their stencils are very thick, very durable. Don't hop off yet, because we still have 3 people to pick who are going to win some free stencils of their choice from Essential Stencil. But you can see I'm just taking a baby wipe to that, and it's gonna clean just fine. So anyway, that's something that sometimes people ask how you clean them. I clean mine with a baby wipe or a little bit of alcohol on a paper towel. Works well too. So the cleanup is easy. You can reuse these over and over and over. So if you want to host some parties, you want to have some girls' nights, you want to do some projects, they're great stencils. And if you get that letter pack, you can spell out your last name, you can spell out your school mascot, you could make some signs for silent auctions, for fundraising, things like that too. So anyway, if you would like to order, you're gonna wanna use my link, which is in the comments. It's also at the beginning of this video, and you can save 10%. So we are going to pick some winners, and I'm going to say your name, and I'll also try to put it in the comments as well. Maybe Essential Stencil can help me with that. And we are going to give away to 3 winners. You're gonna get to choose the stencil of your choice, including the pre-order fall stencils. So my husband is sitting at the computer, and I'm gonna have him scroll through some comments and randomly give me a name. Okay, so I have Wendy Griffin. Are you still on here? I don't know if you are. Wendy Griffin. Did you put it in the comments? Wendy, I need your email and your, where's it at? Your shipping address if possible, and which stencil you might like to have. So Wendy Griffin, if you are on here, let's see a comment from you. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you. Let's see. So I've got another name. Joy Maracino. Joy, are you on here? Joy, you're Marracino. Are you on here? How do you clean the roller? Evelyn, I wash the roller with a little bit of Dawn dish soap and water. I'll usually soak it for a little bit in a cup and kind of let it soften up the paint. And then I just rinse it until there's no more paint in it, just like cleaning a brush. Joy Maracino. And I don't know if you're on here, Joy. I'm gonna tag ya. Yay for Joy. And Wendy Griffin. Wendy, if you're on here. Let's see. One more. Jenny Hudson. Jenny, if you're on here, you are a winner also. So there are our 3 winners. And I will put their names in the comments. I've got Wendy Griffin, Joy Maracino, and Jenny Hudson.
Those 2 had never stenciled before.
Okay.
They'd never used stencils.
Awesome. I just got the 5-inch letters. I can't wait to use them. Yeah, you can make anything you want with them. That's what's so cool about those letters. You know, you can spell out whatever you want. A lot of times in the school year, you guys will have, different things coming up for football games, stuff like that, or even, like I said before, like silent auctions, donations, things at school that are going on with your kiddos. So think about that. Think about spelling out your mascots of your schools around you, making some boards for some of those. The antibacterial, I have them right here and I will show you. Yeah, there you are, Jenny, you are on. Awesome. Yes, congratulations. Jenny, if you can message us your name, your email, and your shipping address, and then you're gonna get to choose whichever stencil set that you want. I am using right here the disinfectant or the antibacterial wipes, and they work just as well as they have as the baby wipes. So you can see kind of any kind of wipes that have, I think these have the alcohol in them, and they work really well on the stencils. So they clean up so well, you guys. They're just, they're great quality stencils. Yeah, congratulations to the winners. That's so fun to be able to give some away. Our other winners, I hope that they're going to see their names in here. We're going to tag them. So we've got Wendy Griffin and Joy Maracino. So they will all get to pick the stencils of their choice. And how fun is that? So
everyone can get 10%.
Yeah, if you haven't ordered before, or even if you have and you want to order something different, maybe you don't have the letters, maybe you don't have the brushes, definitely use our code in the link and you will save 10% off. You can use that anytime. It's not just for tonight. You can use it anytime and you can save 10%. So no, Rachel, these stencils have never curled. Let me just show you. If you don't have any of these stencils, they are really very durable. They're not gonna fold up on you, or I don't have any trouble with anything in the middle ever.
Our kids use those.
Our kids have used them. They're just very durable. What they make them with. So they are awesome quality stencils. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the most careful person. Jenny, you can actually just message here in Essential Stencil and say you're a winner from our live tonight. and you can message right on this page, and your name, email, your address that they can ship your stencils to, and then which ones, good night, Shelby, which ones you would like. So you guys, thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you for making my first Essential Stencil Live fun. Can you use the 10% with other coupons? That's something that I'm not sure if you have other coupons for Essential Stencil. You might message them and ask them. I can't answer that question. They can probably answer that for you. So I am with Miller's Rustic Sawmill, and they are hosting a live with me on here tonight. So I'm in Missouri. Essential Stencil is based out of Arizona. So if you have some questions for them, definitely, they are always so good to message back, you guys, if you have a question. So don't hesitate to reach out to them and ask them about your coupons and the code together. So
Great people.
You guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. Mimi, good to see you on here. Thanks for watching. Thank you for all the likes and the shares and the hearts. It was fun tonight to put up something different with the letters and do something fun for our home state team, the Kansas City Chiefs. And just remember that you can mix it up. You can mix and match your stencils and get creative with them. I have mixed and matched so many different things now to create some new projects. So kind of whenever you get out of that box of using just this or just that, you've got all kinds of letters. And, you know, I just even realized tonight that I could have just slid my home, the M down, and I could have used the same M. And I didn't even think about it. So,
I thought about it.
Oh, you've never seen anyone use the roller. The roller is pretty handy. I like the roller, especially for my bigger stencil projects. So whenever you're using the roller on those vertical signs, it seems to work really well. So the bleeding, the time frame, it's just, I think it's less stressful for me. And it seems to kind of be less stressful sometimes for some of the girls and ladies in here making those porch board signs. So it's something that I just have learned along the way. I love the brushes. I love the brushes for some of the smaller stencils and the smaller projects because I can kind of control the coloring of my stencils and what I'm using. So can we see some of your other work? Leslie. You guys, we are located in Missouri. Someone asked where we're at. We aren't in Arizona. I'm with Miller's Rustic Sawmill, and they are hosting me tonight to do a live on their site. So our Facebook page is Miller's Rustic Sawmill, and we are in Missouri. Yes, thank you. I just got this apron with our logo on it. So yes, I was super excited to put that on tonight. Our mill is located in King City, Missouri. So this is another home sweet home. So you guys, I don't remember what yellow I used, but I turned my O's into softballs because my husband coaches our daughter's softball team. And you can see I put some stitching on there, and I actually put some little red polka dots on my letters. So that home sweet home, you guys, you could do so many things with that home sweet home. You could do, home sweet and then your last name. You could do home sweet and then your team, your favorite team. You could get creative and make it fun. So that's another one of our home sweet home signs that I've done that has the softballs on it. So if you are a baseball family, you could totally turn it into a baseball, and with your colors, you could do the red and white. Oh, Teresa, Miller's. My last name is Miller, and we are Miller's Rustic Sawmill. I also have a lisp, so I can understand if you can't understand me, because I know I talk fast also. But I will have to take you guys on a tour of our little shop here sometime and show you kind of what we do. But yeah, get creative with your signs. I've got I did
Summertime.
the summertime. Those are fun. So, you know, I have that one in the background. And I don't know what's on the back of it, but it's got the Sweet Summer. And it's a shorter board. And then, oh, back here, this is where I used my letters again. And I used one of the Valentine stencils. So this was from Valentine's. And then I used just my 5-inch letters to spell out I love junk. There was an event going through, yes, Teresa, Miller's Rustic Sawmill. I will try to tag our page in here too at some point. It's backwards down it because I have an old phone and I can't flip my camera so that it's right side. So my letters all look backwards, but I promise you they're not. I'm sorry. But yeah, I spelled out the word junk and I used love up here with the arrows. So those are all essential stencils I've mixed and matched, which I like to do. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for coming on for my first live on essential stencils, and I hope to see you on here again. If you want to save 10% on ordering any of the stencils, you can use my code anytime. Definitely, the code is in the link, and the vertical stencils are 5-inch letters. Yes, they are. They are the bigger letters. So those are some that you can mix and match too. And if you have some of the vertical stencils that they have, keep in mind that you can use those, any of those letters you can just move around. If you've got welcome, you know, you've got some of the alphabet there. If you've got the believe stencil, the Christmas stencil, don't just think that that's what you have to use them for. Use those letters to spell out anything that you want to spell out, or get the alphabet, the bigger, the 5-inch alphabet stencils, and then you can mix and match them as well. So yes, good night, you guys. I know it's getting late. I don't even know what time it is here in Missouri.
9:16.
Oh, it's 9:16. So there you go. But thank you so much, and I hope to see you guys on again. I hope you enjoyed the live tonight. I hope you learned something. Don't be afraid to stencil. Don't be afraid to try it out. Just go to work. Go sit down and enjoy it. It's supposed to be fun. And try out some different things and see what you like best. You might like using brushes better than the rollers. You might love the rollers. Just give some things a try and see what happens. And I hope to see you guys on here again. Have a good night.